Welcome to your daily 49ers update. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Here is what's happening. The Niners needed some good news, and they got it this week because Dre Greenlaw's practice window is officially open. San Francisco will now have 21 days to determine whether or not they're going to take him off of injured reserve or end his season. Let's face it, it is not a moment too soon after around 20 missed tackles against the Packers. Greenlaw is also a free agent after the season. So these last few games are going to determine his future with the team beyond 2024. It's going to be interesting to see how he looks and what the Niners decide to do. As for the rest of the injuries, there are a lot of them. Jordan Elliott and Aaron Banks are in the concussion protocol. Renardo Green is day-to-day with a neck injury. So is Demetrius Flanagan-Foles with a knee. Dominic Purdy and Diamador Lenore both had MRIs yesterday. The Niners were awaiting results at the time of the conference call. Purdy has a shoulder. Diamador Lenore has a knee. As for the guys that weren't injured in the game on Sunday, Nick Bosa and Trent Williams are day-to-day this week. They are going to be monitored. There's really no change in their status. Jacob Cowing is also still in the concussion protocol. Kevin Givens may return to practice this week. Kyle said he has a chance. Mooney Ward will likely practice this week in full as he returns from a personal tragedy. Obviously, none of that is good. Kyle Shanahan admitted yesterday he knows the situation is dire.
We know what we got ahead of us. We know exactly what that playoff situation is. But really all that matters is this week. When you do need to go on a run and put a lot of wins to even think of that, then you better make sure you're only thinking of one thing, and that's Buffalo. And so we've had to take care of a lot of stuff today, hoping the guys will take care of their body stuff here over the day and a half they're away from us. And we'll come back Wednesday fully understanding the situation we're in and coming back ready to fight, because that's all we can do right now is just fight our asses off. And I'll be very surprised that not every guy in this building, when I see them Wednesday, isn't ready for that exact mindset that we're going to need to pull off what we feel we can.
I'm sure they will fight. The question is, do they have anything left in the tank, or is this simply the end of the road? One thing that could help the return of Brock Purdy, he took one step closer to coming back from the injured shoulder yesterday.
The Brock shoulder, it's exactly what I've worded to you guys every time. You know, we got the MRI last week. His shoulder was bothering him. We thought it would be all right by Thursday, and it hurt worse Thursday than it did earlier in the week. So we rested it throughout the weekend, hoping that would help. He threw lighter today to see if that rest helped, and the rest did help him. So we'll see again, going through the same things we did last week. We're going to let him rest all the way up to Wednesday. We'll see how it feels on Wednesday, and then we'll take the exact same course throughout the week, and hopefully it responds better this week than it did last week with the rest.
Kyle also confirmed if Brock isn't all the way back yet and can't start in the game, it will once again be Brandon Allen against the Buffalo Bills. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Tuesday, Matt Barrow's Minutia Minute. I tell you about it every single week. This week has an interesting nugget about cluster injuries, not at one position, but actually a lot of the same type of injuries the 49ers have had lately. It's kind of a scary one. One thing to watch, the offensive line is not going to get the reinforcements we were hoping for. Jake Brendel has been brutal. Unfortunately, John Feliciano's knee has not responded to treatment the way the team has hoped. They are not going to bring him back off of injured reserve. So his season and possibly his career could be over. Feliciano himself tweeted yesterday, "Tried my hardest. Father time is real. Hoping this ain't the end of the line, but if it is, hell of a ride." One thing you may have missed. The tweet of the day yesterday goes to our own Jason Aponte, who pointed out that the 49ers are both one game out of the lead in the NFC West and one game out from a top 10 draft pick. What do they say? Never let them know your next move, right? That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Like and subscribe to the Gold Standard 49ers YouTube channel as well. Click the bell to get notifications when we're live, which is every weekday, after every game, and after 49ers breaking news. Enjoy your Tuesday, everybody. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk later today.